Hey guys, today I'm testing out the brand new DJI Air 3 in this awesome area of the Lake District. Got some really nice weather today. I'm going to be testing out the 1x and 3x zoom to see how it is in this area. Also testing out some quick shots as well, and we're going to use this new vertical mode as well, how it crops into 2.7K, see how that handles it. So let's get this drone in the air. Also, I'm using an ND filter today. Now it is an f1.7 fixed aperture, the main camera on here, and the medium tail lens is a 2.8. So I've got an ND 32 on at the moment. I might have to bump that up to an ND 64. I'll see how we get on. Let's get the drone in the air. On to the next spot now, and it's about 10 minutes away, but it's a completely different location because now I've climbed up a mountain. So I want to test out a few different things on this Air 3. Firstly, how it handles the wind. It's pretty windy here. I'm actually hiding behind a rock to actually shelter myself so you can hear me, but I want to see how it handles it. Now it is heavier than the Air 2S, so it should hopefully be better, but wind resistance is super important for flying drones, so I want to test that. And also want to test out the 3x zoom on here, see how it compresses the background with me and also this fantastic landscape behind me. So let's get this drone in the air. I'm going to test it out. Right, okay, so overall that was absolutely fantastic. So I'm sheltering down again behind this rock, so hopefully you can hear me. But I've just got nothing bad to say about that. From looking at it on the actual controller, everything just looked fantastic. Also the battery life, let's talk about that first. The battery life was phenomenal, so it's much better. It's got the same battery life now as the Mavic series, and I was able to take all those photos, videos, master shots, quick shots, and sports mode flying as well on one battery. So battery life is brilliant. But what about this location as well? Having this place on my doorstep is such a fantastic place. So I'm going to be testing this out here a lot more. So the 3x zoom on here is probably the main selling point to why you would want to get this drone. The 3x I think looks really good. So I had an ND32 on here because it's an f2.8, so I was still able to get a really low shutter speed. Most of the time I wanted to aim for 1/50 because I was shooting at 4K 25. Sometimes I had to increase that, but the compression that it gives is really impressive. So you can see in some of these shots now, I was able to zoom really close into me without having to worry about having to get the drone really close, because I can zoom in at 70mm, but it also compresses that background, so you get this really good looking shot, like the background's moving a lot faster than it is. You can also get really close to your subjects. It's fantastic to mix these shots up, so you can get a really wide angle shot, but then you can also get a zoomed in shot as well by using both of these zooms. So really impressed. What's good is that you can now use that 2.7K to have this vertical shooting mode. Now the camera doesn't move itself, it just basically crops in, so that's why it's at 2.7K. I would have loved it if there was some way where it could either rotate or use that 4K. 2.7K, I'm not sure what that's going to look like. Hopefully it'll be good, but am I going to use that a lot? I don't know. I would have to check to see the difference of using a 4K clip like I've got and then cropping in for, say, Instagram Reels, or using this dedicated 2.7K. I have been told that the quality using the 2.7K already cropped in from DJI is better than you cropping in yourself. So I want to actually test that out myself to see that, but it's good that we've got that feature. It's a really downside that we can't use that in photos. I think that would be brilliant. But photos on here looks really good. I was able to use the time shots, pano shots, some bracket photos. So it's got everything on here. It's actually got the exact same features on here as the Mavic 3, which is crazy, the amount of value you're getting in this drone. I'm just going to go and test out now. I'm going to change batteries and test out the active track. Now in active track, you can use the 1x and the 3x zoom as well. So just down this pass here, I'm going to drive down there and test out the active track.
Tell me something, it might just take the pain away. See, I've been thinking a million things I want to say. Now I'm looking in your eyes, but I'm wandering to your lips.
Alright guys, so active track on here was just as expected. Brilliant. So I will do a full video on active track on the Air 3 to go into detail, but just to sum it up, it's the same active track as the Mavic 3, Mavic 3 Pro. I don't need to say anything else. You know, it's absolutely fantastic. You can switch up on the screen, on the display, where you want the drone to go. So to the left-hand side, to the top, behind, to the right, even diagonal. And you can use that 3x zoom as well to get really close. So active track's great. So now I'm going to switch up locations to the final location. I want to go on a lake and actually get some boat footage. Test out that 3x zoom in a bit of a cooler location. It's red hot here. So I'm not used to this. This is England. It's meant to be cool, cold, windy. This is great. I absolutely love it. What a place this is. So far the Air 3 is doing great. Now I am on my last battery, so I've used 2 batteries so far. So into the next location I will be charging them. It comes with the combo version, comes with 3 different batteries in this charger as well, so it's going to charge them in sequence. So I just use a car charger, so I'm not expecting it to all be full. Hopefully I can get a couple of bars extra maybe on one of the batteries. Okay, last location. So the battery charger did well. It's on 3 batteries now. It is like peak daytime conditions though, which isn't great for drones because you get so many glares and reflections off surfaces. And just to make it even worse, I'm going to be going over a lake. So this is where a polarizing filter would be beneficial. I don't have any polarizing filters at the time for the Air 3. So I'm going to be upping it now to an ND64, just getting a few shots here using that 3x zoom, and then giving you my final conclusion on this Air 3. So batteries on 3 bars, let's get it in the air. So what a day, fantastic location, fantastic weather, DJI Air 3, what did I think about it? Well, overall, I think it's really good. I think the battery life is phenomenal. The 3x zoom, it's brilliant. It compresses that background well. It gives you the options to be able to shoot in one location, but a bit closer to the action. As you've seen then over that lake, it's really good if you take photos or for real estate, being able to get closer in your videos. I think that's really good. Any problems with this? Well, I would really like to see in a future firmware update some kind of vertical shooting for photos. I think even if it's just cropped in or some kind of magic to be able to use photos to share them like your camera videos, that would be great. Regards to anything else, well, I would like to review my RC Pro, especially today on a really bright day, bright conditions. Using an RC Pro with that higher brightness screen would be definitely handy, but you can't because the Air 3 supports OcuSync 4 transmission. Now this is a better transmission, that signal was really good, didn't cut out once, but you can't use the RC Pro with it. But overall the Air 3 sits perfectly in the middle between a Mini 3 Pro and a Mavic 3 Pro. So it's better than the Mini 3 Pro in terms it has more features. It also has that 3x zoom, has better wind performance, but it's not as good as the Mavic 3 Pro because it doesn't have an adjustable aperture, it doesn't have the 7x zoom. So it's perfectly bang in the middle now. So I think it's a great choice for anybody who wants a lot of the spec and features of the Mavic 3 Pro but doesn't want to spend as much as that. So if you want to go and check it out, I'm going to link it at the top of the description. I really do hope you enjoyed today's video and the locations I went to. If you did, just hit that like button and make sure you subscribe because we've got loads of content and comparisons with the Air 3 coming really soon. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.